Concerns about more expensive motorbikes were also brought up, since this could affect lower-income delivery riders. This comes as certificate of entitlement premiums have been rising. CNA understands that motorbike dealers tend to bid and obtain COEs before getting a buyer. Some hoard these in the hopes of making a profit, thinking that premiums will go up later since quota is limited. Such speculation could mean more expensive motorcycle prices. Authorities moved to curb this last year, halving the shelf life of temporary COEs to 3 months and increasing bid deposits. So far, about 450 temporary COEs were forfeited and returned to the supply pool. In Parliament, the leader of the opposition asked for more motorcycle COEs to be added to make up for those that were reallocated under the previous COE system.
I note Minister's point about finance as a service offered by many motorcycle dealerships, and I recognise the role that it plays. However, the prospect of speculative bidding of motorcycle COEs has always been a concern of the public. Would the Ministry consider an increase in motorcycle COEs to make up for the COEs transferred to the open category in the past?
Any mechanism to reallocate COEs is basically a zero-sum exercise. We have to take it from some other category in order to give it to a particular category. But there have been similar arguments made for other categories, whether it is for Cat A, whether it's for Cat C, commercial, in this House. To propose one particular dimension for modification without looking at the systemic implications, I think would be remiss on our part.
MPs also asked about what more can be done to get more people to switch to electric motorcycles. This as 2 battery swapping and charging stations for these vehicles were launched last September.
I would like to ask Minister whether these affordable EV motorcycles, as we move, hopefully we'll move away from ICE motorcycles to EV motorcycles over the next decade or so, whether they can have an assessment of the possible early adoption incentives for EV motorcycles, and Singaporeans who want to get EV motorcycles, whether there'll be incentives.
There are different sort of models. You have the plug-in charger types, but they are largely the more high-end type of motorcycles. There are the battery swapping kind of models, which seem to be becoming more common in other markets. Our concerns would, in particular, center on fire safety type issues, because if there are batteries that can be removed, then what is the charging arrangement, etc., and so on. So this is the reason why we are conducting these pilots. My expectation is there will probably end up, like in cars, be a spectrum of such electric motorbike solutions available in the market, and in fact you can already see it in other parts of the world.